Hey everybody, welcome back. Movie review time, where basically I geek out over a movie I just saw, and I just saw Resident Evil, the final chapter. Yeah. I did see it alone. Mary wasn't feeling well, it wasn't her kind of movie, so I thought, I got the day free, I'll go see this thing. But this is gonna be my no spoiler review. If you want, I'm not gonna say any spoilers. If I accidentally do, I'll cut them out. You're totally safe, you don't have to worry about that. But if you prefer a spoiler review, I have my link to all the spoilers in the description below, or something's popping up right about now. You can click on that if you'd rather see that instead. Cool? All right, so like I said, I had to go see this one on my own. I did not shoot, I thought about shooting in the car in the parking lot like I always do, but I had to run some errands after. I had to come home, I had to clean up and all that stuff. So I am a few hours removed from this. I've had a little time to think about it. Now, I want to say I've really enjoyed this franchise all the way through. I'm a fan of the games as well. I'm looking forward to playing 7 here very soon. I've already downloaded it. But, and I know that I would love to see movies that are more direct adaptations of the games, but this is what it is, and some of the movies are better than others. This one ranks, I don't know, maybe 3rd on the list for me. I think the last two, particularly the last one, I liked a lot more, but again, it felt more like the game. This is kind of its own thing. Now, if you've seen any of these movies, you know pretty much what you're in for, and that's pretty much what you're gonna get, okay? The real difference here is this is non-stop. This is like a breakneck pace. I think it's like maybe the last 15 minutes of the movie where you get like 2 or 3 minutes where they actually slow down and talk about something. But other than that, this thing, it just starts on a bang and just keeps rolling on a bang, and it's pretty freaking awesome. Now, again, cinematography is fantastic. The effects are wonderful. The 3D is really good, but I don't know if I recommend seeing this in 3D because the editing is so over-edited. It's so choppy. It's like 10 frames, 10 frames, 10 frames, 10 frames, 10 frames. And in 3D, that gets really disorienting. It's very hard to see what I'm seeing. That may be the 3D, that may be the alcohol, it may not be any of those things. Like the fight scenes, it's cut to foot, cut to hand, cut to knife, cut to foot, it's just, that was kind of my biggest issue with it. It was overcut, even for a Paul W.S. Anderson film. Milla Jovovich is fantastic. There's a lot of new characters in here, but they're just it's all fodder. I'm not saying who lives or who dies. I'm just saying there's no real character development. Like the Ruby Rose, who's kind of becoming more and more famous. She's in this. She has very little to do. When characters do die and stuff, you don't really give a damn. Some of the plot twists are ridiculous. Some of the time in the movie, like, oh, there's a counting clock kind of thing, and it's like, well, this took longer in real time, this scene, than the time she had left on her watch, that kind of stuff, so you really have to shut your brain off and just go in for an action time with some monsters. And thinking back, there's really, actually surprisingly not that many monsters for this to be the finale of a Resident Evil film. So that was a little bit disappointing as well, but again, look, it is what it is. It is a final chapter. That finality is questionable. I'll say that's all I can really say there. It does end. It does have an ending, but we'll see. A lot of the good stuff is in the trailers, but there is some more. There's a particular striking visual that I'll talk about in the spoiler thing that I thought was actually really, really cool, and I really appreciated it. There's definitely some kind of stuff going on in here where certain people have gotten more famous since they were originally in the movies, so they've played them up more in this kind of thing. At least that's my feeling. I could be wrong. But yeah, there's a twist too that you kind of see coming. I saw coming a little bit earlier than I probably should have. I don't know that everybody would see it coming. But yeah, there's some good jumps, particularly early in the movie. Even me, like, there was a couple next to me and the girl was like jumpy at every little thing, and I kept thinking, like, have you never seen a horror movie? You can't tell that the music and the sound effects are lowering and they're gonna spark out at you. But that said, there were still some jumps that even I was like, oh, so, I greatly did appreciate that. It's a fun ride. It's an enjoyable movie. If you like these movies, you're gonna like this one. It's not the worst one. It's not the best one, but it is what it is. And again, it's just nonstop action, so it's pretty cool. Can't really complain about that. There's some great visuals. I would have liked to have seen more done, though, with the story and certain characters and, things we saw set up in the trailer. I'd like to be a bigger deal than they ended up being, but those are really my only complaints. Other than that, it's a technically solid movie. The music's still good, all that kind of stuff. Some of the creatures are pretty cool, and seeing them from the games, they're versions from the games. They're not exactly from the game, but still, good time, good time. But anyways, that's what I think about it without spoiling anything, so hopefully you guys are going to check it out. And you can let me know what you think. If you want to comment here, just tell me if you're going to see it or if that's about what you expect, something like that. Keep it vague. Please no spoilers in these comments. If you'd like to talk spoilers, jump on over to the spoiler video and we can spoil away there all we want in the comments. So let me hear your thoughts over there if you've seen it. Other than that, though, you can click that thumbs up button. Give me the thumb of encouragement. I do like to be encouraged. I'm going to get out of here and go talk some spoilers, and I'll see you all later.